Have you ever felt like there are chunks of your past that feel lost, or like you just can't access certain memories? This is about a phenomenon called emotional amnesia, often rooted in trauma, where our minds block access to painful emotions and memories. It's your mind's way of protecting you from being overwhelmed. But emotional amnesia can profoundly impact our lives. In this video, we will discuss 5 signs of emotional amnesia. One of the most common signs of emotional amnesia is experiencing gaps in your memory. These aren't just about forgetting an appointment. These are chunks of time, sometimes even years, that feel hazy or completely blank. You might find yourself struggling to recall specific events, conversations, or even periods of your life. People might reference things that you supposedly did or said, and you might draw a complete blank. These memory gaps can be incredibly disorienting and frustrating. It's like pieces of your life's puzzle are missing, leaving you with a sense of incompleteness and confusion. This is your mind's way of shielding you, but sometimes it can feel like you're losing yourself. Beyond just gaps, emotional amnesia can make it incredibly difficult to recall specific details, especially when those details are connected to emotionally charged events. You might remember that something happened, but the finer points, the emotions you felt at the time, the sights, the sounds, those might be difficult or even impossible to access. This difficulty recalling specifics is your mind's way of keeping you safe from being flooded by the emotions associated with those memories. It's like your brain is saying, "We're not going there, it's too much." But this avoidance, while meant to protect, can actually keep you stuck. When your mind builds walls to protect you from painful memories, it can also inadvertently create a sense of emotional numbness or detachment. You might find yourself feeling emotionally flat, even in situations that would normally evoke strong feelings. Joy, sadness, anger, they might all feel muted, distant, or even completely absent. This emotional detachment is a survival mechanism, a way to navigate a world that has felt overwhelming. But living in a constant state of emotional numbness can prevent you from experiencing the full spectrum of human emotions, both positive and negative. Another telltale sign of emotional amnesia is the tendency to avoid anything that might trigger those walled-off memories and emotions. This avoidance can manifest in many ways. You might steer clear of certain places, people, or activities that remind you of the trauma. Conversations about certain topics might become off-limits. You might even find yourself engaging in unhealthy coping mechanisms to numb the pain and avoid confronting those buried emotions. This avoidance might provide temporary relief, but it ultimately prevents you from processing the trauma and healing. It's like constantly putting a band-aid on a wound without ever cleaning it. The wound might seem covered, but it's not truly healing. As you can imagine, emotional amnesia can have a significant impact on relationships and social interactions. The difficulty expressing emotions, the fear of triggering memories, and the need to avoid certain topics can create distance and misunderstandings in relationships. Loved ones might feel shut out or confused by your emotional unavailability. This disconnect can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness, further compounding the effects of emotional amnesia. It is crucial to remember that you don't have to go through this alone. Emotional amnesia is a complex and often painful response to trauma. The memory gaps, the difficulty recalling details, the emotional numbness, these are not signs of weakness. They are your mind's way of protecting you from overwhelming pain. Recognizing these signs is the first step towards healing. Seeking professional help can provide you with the tools and support you need. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.